Hello, welcome to Let's Get Down to Business with the Prince Rupert and District Chamber of Commerce. We are here to give a voice to our local business owners, entrepreneurs, and community leaders to strengthen and support our local business community and to share the wisdom and experience of longtime business leaders and the fresh ideas and experiences of new entrepreneurs. So let's get down to business.
Hi, my name is Daphne Thompson, and I am here with the Prince Rupert and District Chamber of Commerce. Let's get down to business. I have the honor of meeting today some of Hecate Strait directors and representatives, but Dawn and Janet, welcome on Let's Get Down to Business. Dawn, let's start with you. Please tell us just a little bit about you and how did you get to Prince Rupert?
Well, funny story is, I would say probably about getting on to close to 30 years ago, we came out here for vacation several times and moved on to Haida Gwaii for vacation. And I always said to my husband, oh, I'd love to live here one day. So we lived in the interior. My husband's always worked at sawmills and pulp mills, and they're always laying off, and we were kind of like gypsies moving around all the time, right? So a job came up out here, and my husband applied for it at Prince Rupert Grain, and he got the job. So we moved out here, and our kids were, our one kid, grade 10 and grade 12, it was grade 12 year, and he fought it, didn't want to come and everything else, but I encouraged him to come out here. We had our house to sell back home. So I encouraged him to come out here so he could meet friends in his grade 12 year. Well, within a couple of weeks, that's all it took. And he's like, Mom, I'm never leaving this place. I love it. I love it. So now to this day, my one son, he has his family grown here, and my other son's starting his family. So it's our home. Yeah, it's our roots. So then I walked into Hecate Strait one day, and I was looking for work shortly after I moved here, and applied for a job that I was overqualified for, but I did anyway. And they said, Dawn, we got a job for you. So I started out at reception, and then I was moved into small business assistant. And then from there, I started doing instructing. And then I went to college to become an instructor. So that's my background and employment. And then I was case manager and then program coordinators. I pretty much ran everything in here except for accounting and CAO. So back and forth. So it's my home, and I love working here and helping people. So it's been great.
I love these stories because that's kind of similar to a lot of people that wasn't born here. No, we came to it and we just fell in love with the community. We fell in love with everything that Prince Rupert has to offer, and we stuck around.
Yeah.
So Janet, tell us what was your story? How did you end up in Prince Rupert?
Well, 2.5 years ago, I was doing my Master's of Economic Development and Innovation in the University of Waterloo. And I felt that there was such a disparity between the North and the South in terms of what was had and what didn't have in the North and the South. So I wanted to be boots on the ground. What am I doing being in Southern Ontario when I'm doing research up north? So I found a job with EcoTrust Canada in partnership with Prince Rupert and District Chamber of Commerce. So applied, got in, and in 2 weeks, I flew up to a city that I never heard of, but it was Northern BC. And I was super excited to intern. And I got so many great mentors during my time as an intern. I supported webinar series just like this during COVID-19 when many businesses did not know what to do. And it was a dream of mine to connect different pieces together when I saw such silos in how the business community and community organizations were doing. So after creating cool webinar series weekly with government and just so many different people, I started to work full time for the chamber, which was exciting. Again, learned so much from different mentors there as well. The board, different businesses of different sizes, like the port to a small local business. And local nonprofits like Hecate Strait, and built these relationships there. I took a little pause for a second to support family back home for a little bit. And then after that pause, I also came back to Rupert and started a new job at Hecate Strait Employment Development Society as a settlement coordinator and executive coordinator, where not only was I helping immigrants in finding their home here in Canada, I was also given the opportunity to help with marketing different programs. And it's just been a joy to continue to do what I love, which is building community. And since my work here, we've been doing exciting projects from job fairs to developing a community garden. And I'm so excited to share about what we've done a little bit more in our podcast here today.
That is such a mouthful and such valuable information. Like you touched on the career fair. I really want to delve deep into that. Would you mind telling us a little bit about what happened there? What's the insights? What did you learn? What are things that our community, our business community can take from that?
Well, we started a career fair, thought of it back in March, and we decided we're going to have this. There's so many jobs coming up, and we got to connect the people with the jobs. We found out there's a, tourism was coming up and stuff like that, and there's a whole bunch of jobs available. A lot of employers back then were having a trouble finding workers to work for them. So we put on this job fair, and we thought we're going to have like a hiring fair, actually, not your typical job fair where you go to job fair and it's trade booths and everything else. So we went and contacted small business employers, businesses in town that are hiring, looking for workers. And how many did we have there around, Janet? Arrived?
We had 25 plus employers and 100 plus local jobs.
Yes. So we set up in the mall and thinking that's a central spot to have it. And we had everybody, have round tables and stuff, and employers would come in and they had their own table to sit at. And then we had prepared people, job seekers, to come in and ask the right questions and ask about jobs and go around and talk to employers.
Yeah, and what I loved about the job fair and working with Dawn and also the team is it wasn't just putting the jobs out there, it was building confidence in people. So we had a resume booth where people wrote down their resume and printed it, and we guided them with what they wanted to do for their career. And as a result, we had over 110 resumes received by all these employers and 7 on the spot hires. So we were making impact. And I don't know, what were your thoughts, Dawn, after all of that?
It was people that were coming in looking for jobs. They have been out of work for a couple of years because of COVID, and you could tell on their faces that they were not used to being around people. So that was the hard part, especially a crowd, because they're unsure, because it was just on the verge of COVID. Finally, people breaking out and finally getting in groups and going out again, right? So at the end, we did a survey with the employers, an insight survey, and I did a resume survey. So this is something that we show at our resume classes to let people know. This is the resume survey results from the Career Expo back in April. So we asked 31 hiring managers a few questions. So some of them are, what are the reasons why you reject a resume? And 61% said a mismatch between the position and the resume. 35% large gaps in employment, 12% missing key phrases, and so on. So some of the quotes that were sent in is short work placement periods. We never rejected one. I guess that would be somebody like fast food restaurants or something like that, where they need people and they do their own training, so it's fine. Too many jobs where they've had worked a few months, multiple employment in short time, and so on. So another interesting question that we had was, have you ever caught lies on a resume? And 35% yes. And some of the lies caught were work experience, employment qualifications, education, dates, skills, and certificates. See some other ones.
What it sounds like is majority of the reasons why the hires weren't happening is because of job hopping. So not actually sticking to a job long enough. And then matching of what the skill says are and what the resume says, and lastly,
Yes.
lies that were
Yeah, some of them, yeah. And the thing is that that's where we can help them with their resume, right? So they come in here, we can help them with resume, get a different type of resume going for them to kind of hide those gaps on their resume, which has helped because you want to look at the person for their training and their skills. Soft skills were more important than hard skills for a lot of the survey people.
So what it sounds like is that Career Expo was a real success. There's absolute impact that was made. Hires were made, so people had the opportunity to face-to-face meet at a central point. Is there any thoughts of doing something like that again towards the end of this year?
Possibly near the end of this year. We do have something possibly in the works. It might be involved with actually training and service providers with a little background of some employers that can come and try to recruit people in on side breakout rooms. So it's something that's in the works right now. We're hoping to get that going. Right now we have a lot of jobs going with construction and LNG ramping up and stuff like that. There's also the small businesses. We have Christmas coming up, stuff like that. We have banquets opening up again. There's going to be lots of servers needed. There's going to be events.
So how do you guys support the small businesses with this?
Well, we support them by connecting them with job seekers. So you have somebody that comes in here, they're looking for work, and we have a job board. So we have employers contact us at hseds@hseds.ca, and they can send their job posting to us. And if they need help writing it, we can give them advice on that too. And then we share it on our website. And then we also post it on our job board here. And our employment advisors know about it too. So when somebody walks in the door and they say, I'm looking for this kind of work, or we might ask them questions, what kind of work have you done? What are your interests? And then we remember the jobs that are there and we look at the jobs, and then we connect them up. That's what we do. So see what their interests are, what they're qualified for. They might need a little bit of training, so we can help them with that. And then we don't tell the employer who the person is. We just say, well, there's some people coming to you with a resume, and we want to talk to you. So
I also want to highlight about the settlement side piece of that, because there's such an influx of international students, temporary foreign workers, because there is a major labor shortage here in Prince Rupert. And sometimes people don't have the right English level to meet where they want to do, but they've been so skilled in their home country. So what we also try to do in the settlement center is, we also ask them what their career goals are, and when they need training support, we guide them in terms of certain words and just understanding what they mean. So this can come in the form of one-on-one appointments as well. We also have drop-ins from Monday to Thursday from 10 to 11:30, where people can just come in and have a conversation with us at our English conversation circle. And I highly recommend for employers to give some time to the employees to come in and build their confidence. If they already hired them and if they want to improve with their English, we're right here to guide them and upgrade them. It's not just you get a job and you go. It's more of, we're here to build you up with training, with English support, with networks. So yeah, we're so much more beyond just find a job, get a job, and go. We're also about the continuation piece of it, wherever you are.
And that's how you guys assist businesses with workforce development.
Exactly, we do that. We also have networks every Thursday. So we have employers, we invite employers to come and we just do a roundtable discussion with anybody can come and listen to it and join in, find out what's going around town, find out what kind of jobs are out there. And when we have a guest speaker like an employer, we can say what kind of careers are there and who you're hiring, what kind of skills are you looking for. And so we have that connection also. So it's been really successful having those networks. We just started in September, beginning of September. And it's building up. More people are coming and attending, so
Mm.
it's been really great. So that's another thing we're doing.
So just on that note, how can business owners get involved in that to showcase the jobs that they have?
That's where they can contact me, Dawn, at hseds.ca. Just phone the building and ask for Dawn, and I'll set it up for you. So that would be great.
I think that is really, really helpful to actually have a centralized place again where you have opened up the market, where an employee have direct or employer have got direct access to potential employees with the backing of training in order to make this a successful transition. That's
right. It is. And actually we have another thing. We can help small businesses with a wage subsidy. So we can help the businesses if they hire somebody. It's possible that we could help them with the wage subsidy to help their wages for the next couple of months.
Can you delve a little deeper into that?
So the wage subsidy, how it works is if you go on, they can connect with me, and I can give them a website to go to, or they can sign up through the website, and then they will say they're looking for somebody and they're open to a wage subsidy. So then I might have somebody here that is qualified. So you had to have been on employment insurance in the past 10 years, like had a claim, and then you qualify for wage subsidy. So then we can do a match with the employer.
Majority of these job support that you are helping with the workforce development, is that entry-level jobs, mid to senior career? What type of career level are these jobs?
They're all kinds of careers. We do lots of trades, lots of entry levels. We do, it's open to everything.
That is really helpful information. So what is the overall mission of Hecate Strait?
Our mission is to serve and build connections for people to reach their employment, training, and settlement needs in both the Prince Rupert region as well as the Haida Gwaii region. So we focus on just having these services between employers and businesses. Like, let's look a little bit more business side for that. When we look into what their challenges are in filling their positions, and how we can create that match. So this looks like our job boards. This looks like, I would say Dawn knows the most about Work BC and what they do. So yeah.
If there is somebody that has a business idea, we can help them with funding for with wages to get their business rolling. And we do a 48-week program with them, setting up their business and going through things with them. So that is another thing that we have, that we offer. So it's good to, before you start your business, you have an idea, you come see us, because after you've gone through the process of starting your business, it might be too late. And that is also for people that are being on EI in the past 10 years. So then we can help them with that and refer them to other business supports and stuff also.
I do want to highlight really quickly about the power of our self-employment businesses. And you've probably seen them when you walk downtown, from Fukasaku, Mission Health, Good Times Games. These are just one of many businesses that Hecate Strait has helped in the past, and we're still helping them presently, like Dirt Nerds. They are a soil composting company in Haida Gwaii, and they do really innovative stuff on sustainability and growing food as well. So there's things to be shared both in the past and the present. Come onto our office. You're going to see great pictures of a wall of what we've done in helping these businesses, and we hope to help more.
That is such an empowerment statement. To see how you are able to help with economic development by technically kind of playing matchmaking. That is the impact that you guys have in the economic development and in actual business owners' lives, and then the community that they serve, is actually really admirable. I love this. Tell us a little bit more about how you guys aid in the challenges that the workforce is facing.
Well, we aid with them with, like I said, connecting and posting jobs up here, talking to the employers. We can be a liaison between the employer and the job seeker and match them up. And it's just, we can be there for them with everything. Like, employers can come in and talk to us, tell us what their issues are. A lot of issues are like since COVID is being over, and that just finding the local job market is higher than anywhere else here with unemployment rates, and finding workers is a real challenge for our local businesses. That's for sure.
That is an interesting point that you make, that our unemployment rate is so high, yet we have so many jobs that we're not finding employment for.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a kind of a conundrum.
It is. It's very, we don't know, like, it's like that all over Canada though. Like they can't find the workers. And if it's like, I remember doing stats probably about 10 years ago. And these stats were 25% of the labor market. By the time 2020 comes, they will be 55 and older. And, a lot of baby boomers. Another one was by 2030, more than 70 million baby boomers in the world will be retired, leaving 35 million jobs. So I think it's come sooner than later. And I think another thing is a lot of people got trained over COVID, and they've leveled up their position and got better jobs, better paying jobs.
What I'm hearing is there's actually quite a lot of opportunity for growth, opportunity for various upskill, opportunity for entering different job markets, even changing career, if that's what you like to do. I see.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
All of this is a major platform for opportunity for employers, for employees. And the missing link is kind of Hecate Strait.
Yes, we are the missing link.
For sure. I want to share one more statistic with you that I found in the Redesign Rupert study in 2019, which Hecate Strait also helped with. So from that study, it was saying that our population is stagnant, yet there is like a 3.3 increase for the next, 10 years, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like that is still huge because there is that major gap. And for employers to think forward, it's not just saying, great, I've hired my team, we're good. It's no, this is a very transient community. How do we think forward about how do we continue our pool of great talent? How do we train? How do we retain? It's forward thinking, and we guide that with these little matchmaking sessions like the networks, for them to constantly meet new talent, for them to constantly see the future. Like our Facebook page, and you'll see like how we are forward thinking too with our training, like our paramedics program that we're having that started in September, hiring, like filling up, I think 12 spots to have future paramedics to support our northern community.
So what is the one thing, Dawn, that you would like to leave our business community with?
The one thing I'd like to leave them with is come down, see us, talk to us. We're open to anything that you have, any questions, any help you need. We're here to help you. We want to help you out as much as we can, and we can connect you with employees. And yeah, there's lots of talent out there. I think that we'll find it for you.
And Janet, any last words of inspiration for our business community in Prince Rupert?
Yes, one word, if you want to come at when thinking about Hecate Strait, is we are the connector. We connect employees and employers together, and we strengthen this network. So looking for a job, looking to hire, we're the place to guide you through wherever you are in your journey.
I just have this image in my mind of Hecate Strait and businesses and employees as the Tinder of employment.
Well, we'll swipe the right side. Well, is it left or right? I forgot about what Tinder does, but like
I don't know either. We're swiping on that one.
Swipe the.
That might be a new app we could make.
Definitely. Well, there's a business idea for anyone that'd like to do it. Join Hecate
Yeah, there you
Strait
go.
and create the Hecate Strait Tinder for employees and employers.
Yeah.
Well, One little thing is that we're also looking to the tech space in the future of career building. So just check us out on Facebook. You're going to see some cool tech things that we're going to do in the career world that Dawn is working on. So I'm super excited for her to share
happening
that
this fall.
Well, great. We should have you on one of our events as well to make your grand announcement.
We will, for sure.
And my name is Daphne Thompson, and thank you so much for listening today with Let's Get Down to Business and Hecate Strait. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Let's Get Down to Business with the Prince Rupert and District Chamber of Commerce. If you would like to be featured as a guest on a future episode, please email us at rupertchamber@gmail.com or direct message us on Facebook or Instagram at Prince Rupert Chamber.